Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Mr. Ade Ayo Bet Predict. So in today's video we'll be looking into how to make use of the bookmakers booking code against them. Actually, I made a video on this particular method yesterday, and someone said I should do a voiceover on it. Actually, I used text to explain the process of it. So in today's video I'm going to give you guys a complete guide on how to make use of this particular method. So the first thing that you guys need to do is that I'm sure many of you are if you are using this particular bet platform, you'll be familiar with this particular code offered by the bookmakers, and these particular codes are meant to keep you betting. Even though you look at games and you feel like, okay, you are not playing games today or you are not betting today, but the purpose of this particular code that the bookmakers are providing for you is to be tempted into playing more games. Now, what you just need to do is that you have to make use of this opportunity against them using their algorithm method. So you just need to click on this code up if you want to search for code that are very accurate, because in this code there are some codes that most of it are just full of trap to just make you play and lose your money, and there are some that are very accurate. And also, if you add a good editing to it, surely you should be able to win your game. So now let us click on the code up. So we have many ways that you can sort out your games that you want. We have the time, we have the folds, and we have the odds. So if you just look at it generally, you'll be seeing different predictions. So if you randomly pick on these predictions, there's probability of you winning and there's probability of you losing. But what I like doing most when it comes to going for the bookmakers code is to go for games that have uniform predictions. For example, I like going for the over most times, over point, and I use a particular method of checking the probability of it coming out so well before I go on staking on it. So let's assume that in case you want to go for risk tips, or you want to go for save odd, so I'm going to show you guys in this particular video. So for example, now I'm seeing a game that seems to be having a uniform predictions here, over 1.5. Okay, this is fantastic. So checking this after checking this, we are going to go for how you can make use of um the save how you can make use of this particular bookmakers code to pick your save tips. But don't let me lose sight of this particular game. Let me add it to the so you click on the add and it will be added to the best tip. All right, so now we have 30 games. Okay, we have 30 games, a third of 579 odd. So guys, I would like to first keep this code and do what we want to do in this particular video. I love this. So I'm going to edit this one later. So this is the booking code. I'll be editing this later. Alright, so I will load the code when I'm done with this particular steps. So the first steps that you need to go into is to look into the time frame that you want your games to occur. Probably maybe you want it to be from today to the next 5 days, no problem. But for me, let me just look at, okay, from today to Saturday, so just 4 days. Within 4 days, so you click on apply, so it will refresh the code that will occur, like something like that. So you have your time, then you go for the folds. The folds means the total number of games that you want to include in your ticket. So you have to click on that one too. So let me just go for 11 to 20. All right, so we have games that are games that are in it are in the range of 11 to 20. And if you are looking at this, you are seeing 18, 17, 12 and 20. So the games that will be involved will not exceed that. So now, and different odds, you are going to see 1 million odds, 80,000 odds. Some of it some of the games that are there, they are games that you should not even go for at all, but luckily you can win it. For example, this one is 1 million odds. All right, so the next steps to go for now is to go to the odds, as you guys are seeing here. So under these odds, most times I also like to go for around 10 to 22, but let's check. So let's check it to 10. So you can manually do it here, or so 10 and 20. So you can see that I set this thing to 10 to 20. That is for if I'm going for safety. Maybe I just want to look for a very small odd that maybe we can stake eye on. So let us look at this, and we have 10 to 20. Okay, so click on apply. Now we have games that tickets that codes that games that are involved in it are just around 11 games, and the odd range is around 10 to 18 10 to 20 odds. So we have it many here. So the next thing that you need to just go for is to go for games that have uniform predictions. What I mean by uniform prediction is just that maybe probably you look into the games and what you are seeing there is over 2.5 goals all through, or maybe you are seeing over 1.5 goals all through, or maybe you are seeing double chance all through. So you just have to develop a method of checking the probability of coming out so well before you go for the games. So now for this particular game, I'm seeing different prediction in it, both home, straight winning, over. Actually, these particular games can actually come out luckily, but you just have to go for something that is uniform, probably over 1.5, over 2.5. Let me check this. Alright, so this particular game happens to occur mostly of over 1.5 and over 2.5. So we can go for this, and let's check this. Okay, no. So you just have to make sure that you are taking your time to look for games that have uniform predictions, that they don't mix the predictions with maybe home. Okay, let's check this. Alright, okay, all the games involved in this particular code happens to be over 1.5, a third of 11.33 odd, just 16 games. So let us add it to our betslip. Alright, so now we have 16 games, and with just 11 odd. So sometimes you can just decide to play these games without editing it. Are you guys getting it? You can decide to play these particular games without editing it, and also you can just decide to click on the stats to check their average point. This particular bet platform has already provided all the stats needed. You just have to check the average percentage, or you can apply your own manual method of checking average percentage. These particular teams, they've never played before, but the bookmakers will provide you with probability, the average of uh, goals that may occur in this particular game. So for this particular start, we're having 75, but most times I always restrict myself to look for games that are around maybe 79 and above, 79, 80, 81 and above, like that. So let me just keep these particular games for a while, and let me check other games. So let's check the stats. 75 also. And another problem about, I think these particular games are champions. Okay, yes, they are UEFA Europa League games. One problem about them is that they've never played against each other before, so the average percentage may not be accurate, which may cause these particular games to end up as over 1.5 or under 1.5. But let's check if we can have, because these particular games are games that are expected to play over 1.5 actually. But let me just give you guys as an example in this particular video that the minimum percentage that you should be going for the over 1.5 goals, when you check the stats that which and under the head to head new, the minimum percentage you should go for is over 79%. Okay, we have 100 here for match between Karabag and Ajax. Okay, so we have, let's check this. So we also have 100 here for Man U and Fenerbahce. So we have these two as 100. Okay, so you check the start again, and let's see the head to head new. So we have under 100 here, right? So we have Porto and Orpheum. Okay, we have another 100 points here. Tottenham Akma. We have 100 here. Okay. One thing about this particular game happens to be that the games that fall under it are generally all these are Champions League games, and some of them have not been played. They haven't played against each other before, and so we also have 100 here. Okay, so this is just like a sample of how you are going to be checking it, and make sure that your minimum percentage that you should look for is 79%. This one is 75. Okay, but one thing about this particular game are games that even though the average percentage is not there, including just mere observation, this particular game should end up as over 1.5. Actually, the way I'm saying it is it's supposed to be a game that's supposed to end up as over 1.5, but the problem here is just that they've never met against each other before. So let's assume that you are going for let's assume that the games that you clicked on are games that are all these general league games, that is not all these Champions League or cup games. It will be easily predicted, and you will be easily get accurate percentage for that. So let's check Bayer Leverkusen at Brest. So check the percentage, 75. Bayern Munich and Barcelona, we have 75 again. So the problem there is just that, okay, this particular game, they've played against each other before. The score over 1.5 goes very well. Okay, let us remove all the games that did not really meet the 79% criteria. Actually, some people are asking me that 75%, can they go for it as of 1.5? Actually, you can, but it depends on your on the way you want to approach the average percentage for the over 1.5. For me, that's just my own choice of going for 79% as the minimum percentage that I want to go for. We can have some people that will just decide that okay, they want to go for 60%, they want to go for 65%. But for me, the best that I always want to go for is 79% as the minimum percentage that I want to go for. So now let me remove this. So I'm only going for 79% and above now, and so we have 100 for Benfica too, and also let us go for Leipzig and Liverpool. Alright, we have 100 for Liverpool too. So Manchester City and Sparta, we have 75. Actually, the minimum games that I'm currently seeing in this particular ticket happens to be 75%. And don't forget, I told you guys that sometimes you can decide not to edit it, and sometimes if you feel like editing, you can edit it. But editing will also help you very well when it comes to uh, removing some games that are not test, because within those games there are some games that they will just be like a trap in those games. So we have 75 again. Alright, we have 100. So if I should now start removing all the 75 that we have in this particular games, we should be having something around maybe, okay, this one is also 75. I think the first two here are 75. So we have 9 games left. 9 games left, and we have 4 odd left with this. So initially the odd was 11, I think 11 plus odd, and if you happen to be someone that just want to go for the whole 11 odd, you can go for it. But if you just want to apply the editing method to it, you can also apply it. So this is how you can easily make use of this particular code hub, and the only way you can turn the trap that the bookmakers are trying to set against them, because the purpose of the code that they are providing is for you to play games. Even though you are looking at games and you are like, you don't want to play games, you are afraid of playing games, and that's just it. So guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. The 500 odds that I got initially, that I showed you guys the booking code, that's 500 odds. I'm going to edit it in our next video. Don't forget to like our video, join our Telegram channel, and also join our WhatsApp VIP groups. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.